for a Hstikkytokky defender to oh, shall I join her live? Wait, shall I join her live and do that let's view thing? Is she live?
I'm still giving you money.
Let me check. Libby.jxox.
I think.
Yeah, she's on live. Oh, she's look. I'm not homophobic, yeah, but look, of course, yeah. Oh no, that looks disgusting, doesn't it? Oh, I don't care. Of course, it's got the flag in its bio, bruv. Like, it had to. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. Hell.
If they were kicked out of 140 countries before World War II, what was the reason for that?
Right, let me let's view this. One
I'm
sec.
really not here to speak about.
No, I'm asking one of the boys.
Say that again. Yeah, ask it again. Go on.
Oh, mate. You guys are drawing me out to do longer than longer than what I wanted to come on here to do. It's pissing me off. Right, let me sort this out. How do I do this? Right, let me call the nerd. Or shall I just face it like that? Is that easy? You can hear it still. It's long. Doing that let's view shit is long, bruv. I'll just do it like this.
Why are so many people saying HS is bad?
Add project X TikTok.
It's all about fear, and like that is the main motive, and it's
No, he's actually watching.
Yeah, well, that makes sense to me.
Wait, guys, wait.
No.
He's actually watching.
Yeah, well, that makes sense to me.
Wait.
Alright, tell this talk.
Oh, it's the Project X.
Let me guest request.
he's watching.
Oh my gosh,
Can he just give me like 10 grand?
Yo,
Just real quick, give me 10 grand.
Mate, that's 5 weeks' wage, mate.
5 weeks.
Hello.
Hello, Harrison.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah.
I was looking for some of your defenders. I wasn't expecting to see you.
Yeah, you got my attention. Obviously, you know, you wanted to debate a HS defender, so who better to debate than HS himself?
HS himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Can I start this debate off by, you know, you actually, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Are you fully like into females, or do you like males too?
No, I swing always.
Okay, I like you then. All right, let's continue this conversation. What do you want to debate me about then?
Sorry, you was covering your mic.
Yeah, what would you like to debate me about? Like, what is it that you don't? What did you not like from the Manosphere?
I think a lot of people have come on here, especially speaking about anti-Semitism and things like that. That's not anything that I'm here to speak about, because I personally haven't seen you say anything like that. And obviously, I don't think you're on TikTok anymore. So,
I'm not anti-Semitic at all. I've got a Jewish friend.
Yeah, I think is that Sam?
Yeah, I'm not racist either. I have a black. I'm not racist either. I have a black friend from 20 years ago called Kieran at primary school.
So.
No, don't say that word, please.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Don't say that.
Oh.
What was you saying? Sorry.
Oh no, is that the type? No. Sorry, is that the type of people you're bringing onto this live that are gonna insult me and defame me like that and be racist?
Yeah, you HS, bro.
Yeah. Call me at one more time. See, he left, so that's going to be a big problem for him. He's in the UK, of course. You can't be racist. You know, that's crazy. Well, what do you think about that, Libby? That blatant racism from one of your friends?
Oh, he's not my friend. He was just on my live. I've just been accepting people all night.
Well, you must be friends with him. He's in your live.
No, I've just had people jumping in and out all night.
Okay. So did you watch Inside the Manosphere then?
I did watch the documentary, yes.
Okay, and did you enjoy it?
Some of it was a hard watch. I found some of it, I did have to watch it in 2 parts, if I'm being honest.
Wait, I'm really offensive and stuff, yeah, but why do I feel like you kind of fancy me, like, even though I've been rude to your people? And now you're smiling, which has reinforced it.
Who are my people?
Well, like the flag wielders and stuff, which I love them, by the way. I've got no hate towards these or the rest of them at all.
Okay. Maybe
Keep stroking your hair, girl.
But my boyfriend is.
Keep stroking your hair, girl. Your boyfriend's in there? Nah. Can I talk to your boyfriend?
No.
No, I want to ask him what his opinion is. I want to ask him what his opinion is on the Manosphere.
He hasn't finished watching it yet.
What's his opinion so far, though?
We didn't really get up to much. We watched where is it?
Are you talking for your fella, or does he have his own voice?
No, he doesn't want to come on. I'm not. That's not fair.
All right. So, who's your least favourite person in the doc?
Is it Myron? Myron?
What didn't you like about him?
The guy with the podcast. I didn't like how he maybe said things about his relationship that his other half at the time, I've seen that they've split up now, that she obviously wasn't happy about. It got a bit awkward, and then he just told her to take the dog and go and tidy the house. So that was a bit cringe. I wasn't too sure if maybe you really did have a business trip to go to, or maybe you just got a bit scared.
Okay, so I'll tell you exactly what happened. Yeah, no. I'm gonna reveal right now exactly what happened. Okay, whether you believe this, whether you don't believe this, you might or you might not. Okay, I had a serious problem. Yeah, in Spain that night, a serious problem organized by other people. I had to leave the country that day. Simple as that. Like, that's the fact of it. I was not Louis made it look like I was scared that he was interviewing me and it looked bad and things like this. That day was a day that me and, other people had a situation. Yeah. No, not what you guys are talking about in there. That was way later. That we had a situation that happened on the port. People saw that situation. And because of that situation, we had to leave. Like, simple as that. No, it wasn't what you guys are saying in the chat. It wasn't that. But there was a situation, and that's why I had to leave the country.
Oh shit, I was going to ask another question. It was about, I was going to ask about the Jimmy Savile stuff that you were saying. That wasn't going to be the next question.
It wasn't a Preds thing. Nah, it wasn't.
Maybe speak about that. I didn't think about it. When you told Louis
some had put money on my head. That's what happened, if you want the truth. And that's the actual truth. 50 bags. So we left, sorted the situation out, then came back. Nothing to do with it.
If that's the truth, then that's so fair enough. Oh, I remember my second question now. Sorry.
You guys think I'm joking, bro? You guys think I'm joking. You guys actually think I'm joking. Anyway, what?
Don't let them rage bait you. You're the king of rage bait. Don't let them rage bait
you. No, but these, I know these guys think, oh yeah, he literally fucking chatted out his ass. Like, shut up. Anyway. No, it wasn't the Nigerian, bruv. He ain't got 50 bags to put on me. What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? Mums on my mum's life. Yeah? There, now you believe me. Stop. Anyway, what you saying?
The part of the documentary where it looked like you guys had organised basically to jump an older man.
Okay. So look how badly that was explained in the doc as well, yeah? So what happened was that man was a predator, yeah? He was a nonce, okay? So for starters, I'd like to, reply to your question with, what's your opinion on pedophiles?
I think they're absolutely disgusting, scum of the earth.
So do you think that, they deserve to rot in hell, or do you think they should be treated like they're above the law, or what? What's your take on them?
No. I do think it becomes difficult when people take the law into their own hands.
Agreed.
But if it's something that you were passionate about at the time, maybe I could understand. Obviously, I don't know your side of the story. It did look like in the documentary that maybe you organised an old man to get jumped.
Okay.
That's maybe what it looked like.
Okay, let me ask you. So you okay? So you think that I organised that, right? Okay. So my response to that would be that.
No, I'm just saying that's what it.
That's what it looks like. Yeah. So my response to that would be, I've probably done about 15 pred stings. Not once have the preds got jumped. I don't agree with what happened there. But my response to that would also be, he received one of what, like fist, like palm of hand punch, because I'm not going to say who did it, but doesn't know how to punch properly. Didn't know at the time, yeah? One light little tap. It was made in the documentary like he was ambushed and bukkakied by me and you know, some big guys that are doing damage. That wasn't the case at all. Nor was he an old man. He was about 45. He was actually known in the area. He was working. You know, had a decent few people know exactly who he was, and he was exposed for being a nonce. So I think that obviously Louis made it out in the doc that it was really bad. The guy got organised to come an old vulnerable man and got beaten, but didn't actually say no, that he's a predator. He deserved what he got, but he shouldn't. I don't respect what happened, because no, I do respect what happened actually, but I didn't organise it, nor did I want it to happen, especially on a Netflix doc. I definitely didn't want it to happen. And the best thing to do would have just been to got him nicked and have him rot in jail. But do I regret it? No, I don't give a
How most of your predator stings go, that you would end up getting someone arrested, and that's like your ideal outcome.
Yes, but do you know what it is? Do you know what the thing is with Louis Theroux? That's not the first time he's defended a pedo, is it? You know, so he's in the doc, and that's what's getting put on Netflix to millions and millions of people. They've spun that situation and gone, oh yeah, Harrison and his crew organised the jumping of an old man, when they really should have said, Harrison has set up a dirty child predator who was going to a kid, and he got a light little tap on his face and drove off and spared jail. Who is this man? Plaster his face on the dock, go and grab him, police, and do whatever you want with him, because he's vermin. He protected that nonce. He protected Savile. And that's the running theme with all these mainstream people, is they're so easy and quick to say, oh, misogynistic, but they're not so quickly to say nonce, corrupt government, corrupt this, nonce. That's the problem, in my opinion.
And another question that I had for you on the documentary, and maybe it was the way that it was edited. Obviously, Louis asked you a certain question, and it not only triggered quite a response from you, but also your mum as well. Did that conversation go how it was edited? Did you just get angry over one comment, or was there bits?
What was that? The UK case?
Yeah, something about you've been arrested before.
Yeah. So look, so when he turned up, yeah, I said to him, look, I'm giving you my time for free. I said, there's one thing I don't want you to bring up, yeah? And that's the UK case, because at the start of the doc, I was, you know, I wasn't in the UK. I was wanted in the UK. I didn't want that to go on Netflix. So how's it going in the UK? Like, and I'm just there in Spain, like, yeah, like, knows, mate. Like, I don't want, that's too bait. Like, I didn't want that. Then by the time, I think that the second...
When was the documentary filmed?
It was filmed in like June, and then something else happened where I knew for a month that I was going to be extradited back to the UK. And during that month, he came out again, yeah, and said it again when I knew I was going to be extradited. And like, I didn't tell anyone online, but I knew I was going to be facing, you know, court and prison. So I didn't want this idiot saying this on Netflix, like, especially and on live stream, clowning it. Because that could have looked to the court like I didn't really care.
That was something that you agreed on previously.
Yes, it was the one. He didn't put it in. He asked me it in the gym as well, and he'll remember what I said. And I don't know why he's not put that in, because that would have potentially, you know, that clip would have definitely blown up. But I said to him exactly, like, you know, what I was prepared to do if I heard that out of his mouth again, and he then did it again. Like he's, you know. He's for that, he's a dickhead. The rest of it, I don't mind him.
Okay. Well, I think the main things, obviously, the title is looking for a Hstikkytokky defender to debate. Most of the people that I've pulled in have either just been racist or homophobic and I've kicked them off, or they have been trying to bring up the anti-Semitic stuff, and that's not what I'm here to really speak about. As I said, I've never heard you say anything like that personally, so
Never
I
have.
didn't want to debate on it. My one thing that I mainly wanted to speak about was maybe you have pulled a girl that I know before. You was somewhere, you was live streaming somewhere. I think you called her a big lengers or something like that. Called her over. She was obviously quite uncomfortable. I spoke to her about it afterwards. But
Uncomfortable?
my main
Wait, what, uncomfortable with when she was dripping on the stream, or uncomfortable because she realised she was streamed?
No, I think maybe when you called her big lengers in front of a group, like a street full of people.
Right, okay.
Maybe.
Well, I'd like to double down on that and say, look, if she's a big lenger, she's a big lenger. She should take the compliment.
Okay. Yeah. So the one thing that I've been speaking about mainly about you is, I guess, obviously the things that you say about sex workers isn't great, and then obviously managing them and taking a cut. You obviously spoke about that in the documentary, so we don't need to go into that.
A big Nigerian cut. Leave them with nothing.
Obviously, a main part of your persona online, I can imagine, is exaggerated. I don't imagine you are, when you're Harrison versus Hstikkytokky, I can't imagine they're exactly the same person. Maybe I'm wrong.
Bet you'd like to get to know Harrison.
Do you understand that? If Harrison's a nice person, then of course.
Let's do it.
My question is, okay. My question is, do you understand why maybe people like you, Edmatthews, even people like Andrew Tate, Tristan, could be damaging towards young men and young boys in particular?
Yeah, I mean, like, to a certain extent, I understand how I could be damaging. I don't want to talk about other people, but I understand how I could be damaging, because maybe I'm influencing guys to, you know, they see me drinking and getting on it in Colombia and then start, you know, becoming packet heads. But at the same time, if I find myself 25% damaging, I find people like Piers Morgan and, you know, other people that are pushed in society is like 80 or 90% damaging, because they're teaching people to just be slaves, robots, and just woke. And this trend of people acting like that, I think, is more damaging than the some things that I put out that can potentially be damaging. I think that if you look past the jokes that I make and actually...
Off with the homophobic.
What did someone say?
It can't be asked. Someone just says, of course, cheese, and then a pride flag. I really with that. If that's your only defense to call me gay, then good luck in your life. That is another thing that I wanted to ask you about, because I didn't realize that you'd spoken to Piers until I started this live and people were speaking about it, and I was like, shit, I didn't even know that was happening. So people were saying that you cooked Piers, made him cry. Have you got anything to say about that?
He's just a silly old man. Like, I joined the live and I said, look, I want to be respectful with you. I made it so I was even calling him sir. Like, I made it super, super respectful. He tried to make me look like a wanker, basically, and appease to, no offense to you, because I love, you know, and whatever, but just appease being fans. And I'm talking about men as well. By that, I don't mean actual, obviously, in their attitude, like they're males, low test, basically females in men's bodies. Yeah, that's who he's trying to appease to by saying, oh, you're homophobic. Like, if I was homophobic, I wouldn't even be talking to you right now. I'd find you repulsive. In fact, I find you quite the opposite. I think you got a lovely smile and you look great. So it's you know, I'm not homophobic at all. I am a well-balanced, reasonable man. Would I want my son to come out gay? Absolutely not. I would be disappointed.
So why do you think that you don't have a problem with people, but then you'd have a problem with maybe your son being gay?
Okay, so I think there's a difference between, you know, going out, seeing some people, you know, hello, mate. Yeah, what you saying? Yeah, cool. Keep it stepping. Let you do your own thing. Don't make a big scene out of it. Do you know what I'm saying? I think there's a difference in that than, you know, me raising my protege, my successor, who I want to be everything that I've done, but 10 times better. And then my legacy being ended with him and, you know, him, you know, nutting in someone else's. Like, that's not the idea I have for my son. I have the idea that my son's going to, you know, breed and have kids. And I don't
He
personally.
could be a top. He could be a bottom.
Yeah, well, he can't get pregnant.
Yeah, but you said him nutting in somebody else. He could be a bottom.
That's a great point.
You never know these things.
That's a great point. Look, like, but you know, it's points that I'd rather not even I'd be devastated. You know, I'd genuinely be devastated. I just know it won't happen. Do you know what I mean? I know it won't happen.
What about if your daughter was gay?
You know,
So
look.
I feel like every time this has been mentioned, you speak about your son, but I don't think anyone's asked you about if your daughter was gay.
What a great question. Yeah, I think that, you know, the reason I'm always talking about my son is because I plan to have a son, and I'm not planning to have a daughter right now. I want to have a daughter maybe in 5 years. But if my daughter came out as lesbian, I would be disappointed, but not, you know, not anywhere near as much as my son being gay. But I would be a little bit disappointed if she didn't want to have a man. But it wouldn't even be comparable to my son. It wouldn't even be comparable. Like, not even in this. Like, if my daughter come out lesbian, it'd be a 1 out of 10.
Was straight and
1 out of 10, I'd be like, oh, it's a bit like.
Straight and
What?
he came home with a trans man, or your son was straight and he came home with a trans woman. How would you feel about that?
If my son did that.
Or your daughter.
Okay, so if my son did that, right, come home with a woman, I would, you know, I'd give him a 12-6 elbow to his face, knock him out unconscious, then bring him to 12-6 elbow, knock him out totally unconscious, tie some bricks around his legs, and then chuck him into the river and hope for the best.
And what about your daughter?
I just wouldn't speak to her again. That's crazy.
So do you have a problem with people?
No, but I just like you're not. My son is not bringing home like a trans lady like into my house. So it's not happening. That's a whole nother ball game to start playing with that. You know, that's not chilling in my house. You know, I've worked my whole life to put the house around me, whatever. Like, I'm not. It's not getting violated. It's not happening.
Sorry, TikTok's just warning me about your account.
Yeah, they should do. They should do. I mean, what would you do? Do you know what I mean? What would you do? Like, would you that's like really like, what would you actually do? Your son brings home a trans woman, so like a woman with a you know, a penis. Would you not think like what the are you doing?
I think considering the man that I'm going to marry is a trans man, then I can't really have a problem with it. The silence is deafening.
I just did a Louis Theroux method there, just silence for added effect, and you know.
Oh my God. That's why people are calling me gay, because I have a boyfriend.
What? So you wait? So you have a girl that's now a man, or a man?
Yeah, my partner was born female. Now he's transitioned into male.
Okay. So now we can take this debate in an interesting place. I'm gonna keep it super, super respectful. So like, okay, so what age were you? Because you seem, listen, you seem very, you know, not. I'm very shocked at what you just said. I'm not gonna lie. Very,
Why
very.
is that?
Because you seem super normal.
Okay, so I identify as pansexual. That's why people are calling me in my comments.
What does pansexual mean?
It just means that for me, sorry, the dog's about to knock over my phone. That means for me that in my relationship, gender isn't really a defining factor. A lot of people compare it to bisexual. If bisexual is easier, that's okay.
So you don't mind girls or boys, basically.
Yeah, theys, thems, girls, boys. If you want to be a bit of both, I don't really care.
Okay, so at what age? You said you're 23 now. Okay, so at what age did you realize that you didn't like that you weren't straight? Then did you become? Then did you go from lesbian to anything, or were you like 15, 16 and thought, I'll take anything, bro? It doesn't matter, mate.
That's quite an interesting one because I went to an all-girls school, so there was quite a lot of like things going on, and we all just thought we were straight. So that was a bit of a difficult one. I'd always had cis boyfriends.
What does cis mean?
I'd always thought like born male, just born male is a male.
Do you think that the pronoun before that is even needed? Like cis?
This context, yes, just because I'm explaining my history.
Okay.
In this context, yes. If I was just speaking about them in general, I just call them men, like I would call my boyfriend a man. But in this context, I feel like it's important. Yeah, I was always with cis men, and then thought I was bi, dated some women last year, and I came out 3 months ago. So, yeah.
So how did you realize that you wanted to, you know, sleep with, you know, people that have transitioned? Like, why is that? Why is that? Is that a kink for you, or is it like actual genuine attraction? Or
no, I wouldn't say it's. I'd probably say it's like when you say like, how do you know? I think it's sort of the same way as you know that you're straight. You sort of just know. Maybe I didn't know for a really long time, and I think maybe I mentioned to my friends once about sleeping with other people. She was like, "No, like I'm definitely straight. I would only sleep with a man," and then it had me questioning like, oh, maybe if I would consider being with a woman or a trans person.
But how did the trans thing come along though? Like, was you just like in a bar and a girl was dropping game on you and you didn't realize it was a trans like girl, or did you just think, I just want some of that trans?
I didn't really know what pansexual was until I saw Youngblood speaking about he was pansexual, and I looked into it a little bit more, and I started speaking to a woman on Hinge, and she was pansexual. And she explained to me how she felt about it. And for me, I feel like it's the loosest label where I don't want to put myself in a bracket because I thought maybe I'm a lesbian, maybe I'm bi. And I feel like pansexual is just more like it's the person, their gender doesn't matter. So for me, at the moment in my life, that felt the most fitting. But again, I'm only 23 and I only come out 3 or 4 months ago. So that could change. I'm not sure.
Okay, so does your partner have a?
I'm not going to speak about my partner's genitalia just as much as I'm not going to ask you about yours, or if you have a partner, theirs, or I'm not going to speak about my own either.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
But he was born a woman.
He was born a woman.
I also don't feel like it's my right to speak about his journey, and yeah, I don't feel like that's my right to speak about on a live with nearly 1,000 people.
Nah, fair enough.
Maybe if one day he wants to come onto a live and speak about it, that's his journey and his choice.
Does he want to? Does he want to have a chat with me and a nice friendly chat like I've been with you?
I think maybe not now, just because of the comments, and I think maybe now's not the right time.
Okay, well, listen, look, it was really, you know, it was really good to talk to you. It was really interesting. Do you want children?
I don't think so. I think if I was going to have children, it would be a long way away.
Okay. What's your opinion on like couples adopting children?
Well, I might be in that situation myself someday, so I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's much better for a kid to grow up in a happy, stable, safe, comfortable family than they were to be in a nuclear family and it be abusive and not a safe environment.
I would
I think as long as the child is safe.
argue that that's abusive in a different respect, because the child has no say or is not old enough to make a decision on whether they want to be adopted by, you know, two men or two women, and I feel like that's going to have changed. Like, I think there's more abuse on that than you know, if there was.
But I didn't have the choice to have two straight parents.
No, but God gave you that choice, though. Like, God made that choice. But that's genetics. There's genetics for a reason. There's a reason why, you know, the sun gives us vitamin D. It's good to go out in the sun for X amount of time. There's a reason why the sun is there. There's a reason why trees are there. Give us oxygen, take in carbon dioxide. Everything in nature is built for us to survive. And whoever made nature has obviously made it so that men and women sleep with each other. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. So in that respect, I don't know if I agree with what you're saying there.
Okay, that's fair enough. And I think, like I said before, it's important to know as well that we can have different views and not have an argument and a debate about it. Obviously, you mentioned God. I don't know if you're religious. When people have come on here saying certain things, I have asked if it's for religious reasons or on education, things like that. I think if those are your values and that's what you believe, I'm far from... I don't have any right to tell you that that's wrong. It's different to my beliefs, but I can't sit here and tell you that your beliefs are wrong.
Thank you. What a pleasant and beautiful debate. My last question is, you know, how much do you want to sleep with me out of 10?
I'd probably have to give it a 0 now.
Okay.
Just because I'm quite devoted to my partner and I feel like we're on maybe different stages in our lives.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Well, listen, I hope you and your partner have a great rest of your existence, and much love to you.
Thank you very much. It was nice meeting you and speaking to you.
It was even nicer meeting you and speaking to you.
Are you going to leave, or was that the leaving, or I don't know. Who got destroyed? Because I don't think anyone got destroyed in that conversation. I feel like we was both quite pleasant. I never said no, I said 0. Oh, all I'm getting is no.
Nah, boys, don't be horrible to her. You're actually a nice girl, to be fair. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, genuinely, all jokes aside, all clip farmy stuff, you look like a pleasant soul, and I'm actually very surprised with your orientations. Like, you look nice and stuff. So have a great rest of your evening, yeah. Genuinely.
I look nice, so you're surprised that I'm.
No, not gay, but just like that you're into that like fucking shit. But look, let me not go there. All right, see you later. Bye.
Bye.
What a weird dialect. What a weird dialect. What a lovely lady though. Like, actually, like, no even like no jokey clip farmy shit. Like, I thought she was well nice. Like pleasant. I got good vibes from her. One of the mods, change it to slots and casino. I thought she was nice, mate. I'm not gonna lie. You could have been horrible. Yeah, exactly. Like, do you know what? Yeah, end of the day, it's like, end of the day, it's this. If she's sat, yeah, and she's, oh, I got to react to the com first, innit? I didn't even check it. Oh, we'll do both.